Hi, hey, how you doing? So, as you can see, I have the
Windshear,
stats pulled
windshear,
up for
windshear.
Hort territory that is out of food, out of consumer goods, and out of fuel. So, that's Jelsos right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly. Actually, I have the autopilot flying right now, but I'm going to be flying from Alphaville, well, from DOS to Alphaville,
Don't sink.
pick up the
Don't sink.
cargo, fly to Jelsos,
Don't sink.
and then
Don't sink.
probably turn around and come back to Comstock,
Don't sink.
pick up some
Don't
rare.
sink.
I'm
Don't
gonna
sink.
take food,
Don't sink.
probably 7 tons
Don't
of
sink. Don't sink.
consumer goods, and
sink.
drop off
Don't
10
sink.
tons of fuel so that they have
Don't
stuff
sink.
to keep them happy for a
Don't
couple
sink.
weeks. Well, go
Don't
closer
sink.
to a year,
Don't
but
sink.
let's quick
Don't sink.
now that I'm out
Don't
from
sink.
underneath TAC, let's start my
Don't
turn.
sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Yes, I
Don't sink.
came from CPS Airport, which is Parks by State. I'm gonna
In transit.
let's change this to full-blown 30-degree climb. And start a slow left-hand turn. So that I can avoid air traffic control. I really don't feel like talking to them since I started so close to the edge of air traffic control. Oh, I know you're in a panic because you're running from 15 plus to 15 minus as I ran the throttle up to full. Come on, let's keep turning. Once I get to above 6 kilometers, I don't have to worry about air traffic control. Oh, I'm easily gonna make this now. Okay, let's just bring it right about there, and when you level off, we'll see where we are in actuality as far as the direction of travel bug. We don't need to be climbing quite like that. Yeah, I know you're full nose down because I'd have no cargo and you're going fast and all the evil bad things as far as the autopilot's concerned. Okay, I probably can reduce my throttle to somewhere around 75 here. Now let's take it all the way to 65. Start lowering my nose a little bit.
Cabin pressure.
Oh, shush. No one cares about the cabin pressure. Not in E-series. let's just kind of level out here. And I really don't need to be doing supersonic for this short little hop. It's just a 10-minute little thing. You know, I have time. But you don't, so let's get the supersonic.
Passing sound barrier.
Somewhere around 1.5 we should throttle down just a little more. Lower that nose just a little more also. Much happier now. Here, I'll hold this until I get to that 15 degrees down nose pitch, and then pull the throttle and coast down and do a quick grab of the cargo. And then start the Jelsos. Let's make sure I have Jelsos as a waypoint. I may have to manually show you. Oh, there's Jelsos colony. So I don't have to type it in manually. If I had to type it manually, I'd go up to the unlisted one at the very top of the list. Look up Jelsos's APN number, which is for Town Hall. It's 41252027, and I type in APN space and then that number, and then it give me the latitude, longitude, well, longitude, latitude, and the distance, which we already know is 2869 right now. Okay, we're almost at 10 down, so let's start the nose down a little. Try and keep that speed up as we're coming down.
Passing sound barrier.
Let's take some of that throttle out so we can actually start descending. You'll notice I am going to Alphaville, so I really don't have to be careful where I land because I can land at any of these plots and access the menus for the territory. Just need to get to one of them. Come on. starting to generate more lift, so I need to pull some more throttle out. Obviously you can tell it's just past sunset here as I'm diving at the ground. I do love these external cameras. Notice I'm barely running any throttle. If I run the throttle up, and there comes the thrust cone. Well, 56 more kilometers till I'm on the ground. Come on. Be magic. Make me faster. Driving through soup and I want to be faster. Well, technically it's not soup yet. It's outside air pressure is only 600 millibars. Let's see. 1030 I think is sea level here on Earth, so I'm probably about just under half, somewhere close to the altitude of Denver. Rapidly approaching Earth's standard atmosphere here. Come on. I can put a little more throttle back in because I was below what my path I want. You'll notice that segmented circle there, if that plus sign right there is lined up perfectly, I'm going directly on target. So if I push more throttle in, the segmented circle stays the same and the direction of travel goes up because I'm generating more lift. If I'm above it, I pull the throttle back and I start to drop down faster. I'm just adjusting the throttle to maintain this suicidal approach rate, or approach path. Drives poor Jason crazy when he looks at my videos and he goes, "You're approaching at 15 degrees. Normal airlines only make an approach path of 3 degrees maximum." Well, 3.2 I think is actually what Max has said, somewhere between 2.6 and 3.2 for a normal ILS approach. I'm coming down at 15 degrees. Welcome to the crazy world of thick atmospheres. Oh hey, we're now higher pressure than you'd find on Earth, pretty much. think the maximum Earth required pressure is 13 and change millibars. Still 3 kilometers up. Well, more than 3 kilometers because I've got I'm 3.3 right now, and I'm going down to 82 meters if I'm landing on what you call it, Alphaville Town Hall, if I remember correctly. Somewhere like that. Pretty sure it's under 100. I'm about to have to start raising my nose and lowering the thrust because I'm about to run out of elevator. As promised, I just ran out of elevator. So let's reduce the throttle just a little. Okay, gas, I still have enough. Undercarriage. Down and locked.
Down and locked.
MFD, no warnings or hidden cautions. Power, well, you can see me playing with power, so that's the Gumps check. Say it again. Gas, undercarriage, MFD, power. Everything looks happy. I figured I'd actually start doing the Gumps check out loud instead of just doing it in my head. That's the plot I'm supposed to land at, but I really don't have to go that far. Hey, hey! Fine, I'm recording a video because... No, don't worry. Let's just turn on TMV and start falling straight down. Well,
Store.
Down.
Store.
Turn it off.
Sync rate.
And
Pull
since I'm
up.
empty, right around
Pull
100
up.
meters.
Pull up. Sync rate.
Come on.
Pull up.
There we go.
Pull up.
Now, I
Minimums.
know that Jelsos
Minimums.
will be somewhere like
100.
maybe
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
okay, so Jelsos. I was off. It's closer to, wow, almost 23 degrees. Okay, mining command. 6. Doors open. 2. Load some foodstuffs. Fill containers. Cancel. They need consumer goods, which are 5. Load. Fill stowage. Cancel. 7. I pressed the wrong key. 7. Load. Fill gas tank. Close the cargo bay doors. Cancel. Return. Diplomacy. Do a survey. Well, an assay, technically. I'm going to call this 22 degrees.
Positive rate in transit.
Gear up. Throttle.
Airspeed alive.
Yeah, it is 22 degrees. Okay, shut that off. Turn it back on. That was the F9 pitch control, or up thrust. I'll climb right about here. 22. And now we sit back and climb and climb. About 30 kilometers, we get back on F9. Well, up thrust. And we just hold it. And hold it. But we gotta get up to 30 kilometers. Flare portal, you can see. Oh, there's one of the automated flights. I took off from there, flew out of TAC, and then started to turn. We were talking with you, and then climbing, and then right about there is where I leveled off, and you can see the straight line straight to Alphaville. Look, I can show you where I landed. There's Mine 4, there's Town Hall. We landed right there, right next to the road. And we are taking off to get to Jelsos. Or Jelso, I guess is how I'd pronounce it. And once I land there and sell stuff to them, I will probably end this video, but later on I'm going to record for you a flight from Jelso to Comstock, where I'll pick up a little bit of fuel and some rare, and then I will probably fly it to... Gee, where do I need rare? I'll probably fly back to Dios. Yeah. Hey, Miss Mary. Avocados. Oh, don't worry. They can't hear you back there unless they really turn the microphone up, well, the headphones up, and then when I talk, they'll blow their eardrums out. My wife is having a sadistic laugh at that, thinking somebody's going to do that and probably regret it. She's walking away into the other room and laughing. Okay.
Cabin pressure.
Come on. Once it obviously can no longer hold pitch, somewhere around 30 when I'm fully loaded like this, 30 kilometers, that's when I'll put the F9 on. Well, the up thrust on. I could either hold my up thrust button on my joystick, or I can press the F9 key, or I can use the mapped key on my joystick.
Passing sound
and,
barrier.
Just lock it into place, which is, I have a locking switch on my joystick that I use for the up thrust. And we're just about out of trim you notice right there, it's runaway elevator trim going up. And it can't hold that pitch anymore. There it goes. And there comes the F9, the up thrust. Then we're going to have runaway thrust nose down, or runaway trim nose down. In about 1, 2, come on, there, it's starting to go down. Oh, maybe I've gotten just high enough that I'm not able to, what you call it, generate enough, adverse yaw with wings. Yep. Adverse pitch with the wings, trying to weather vane into the wind. So, since I'm at 1 millibar, let's just be lazy. Lower the nose flat to get the maximum oomph out of the engines as I'm thrusting. I'm not actually flying, I'm pretending to be a rocket ship. And of course, Jason's typing to me. Let's see what Jason has to say for himself. Hi, how's the lightning? You ask me to record a video and PM me? Oh, I can't spell video. Let's turn off that suppressed warning, or suppress that caution. Actually, red is full-fledged warning, yellow, amber's caution. It's a full-fledged warning because you could die from this. What did Jason have to say for himself? Dairy sure. Dairy sure? What the blank is a dairy sure? Oh, he's using his phone to do this, so no wonder he can't type. I'm just tapping the up thrust now. I've unlocked the F9 obviously because I don't want it on continuously because I want to try and stay right around AA of 120 just because that's in a nice sweet spot as far as it being cold in the static air temperature and high enough that I don't get any friction from the atmosphere. Well, measurable friction. Everybody talks about 100 kilometers being the Kármán line. Here's what the Kármán line is. I know I've said this at least once before. There was a mathematician, von Kármán was his full name. He did math. Let's pretend that this is the planet here. Actually, let's make sure that let's say that this is the planet and that's the atmosphere. Von Kármán came to the conclusion that there is a line in space where as the atmosphere gets thinner, a spacecraft would have to be going above escape velocity to experience sufficient drag to change its flight path, which is 100 kilometers. And that's now called the Kármán line. So, 100 kilometers is the Kármán line, and I'm at 120, so that I am outside of the real effects of the atmosphere. And I'm still right around minus 60 some odd Celsius for the SAT, which means the aircraft is radiating its heat out into space, which is a good thing. Anytime you can shed heat, that's a good thing. If I was anything above 20, I'd open up the cargo bay doors and see. When you open up the cargo bay doors, you'll notice that the AFT starts ticking down much faster than with it closed, because you're basically opening up. Let's get an external view where you can see those big barn doors. When you have those barn doors open, you basically have two radiators sticking out in space, trying to radiate energy out into the heat, the vacuum of space. Come on. I try and stay between 120 and 130 because that's what I consider the sweet spot as far as radiating temperature and getting the maximum speed across the surface of the planet without hitting atmospheric drag. You know, I could shut that off and just leave that door open, and you can see I've already shed, let's see, we lost, well, I think 0.4 of a degree since I opened up the barn doors. Cargo bay doors. Let's refer them properly, Bill. Let's see. Not halfway yet. We're going to actually get to orbital speed, it looks like, before I get to halfway. Gonna be close. Gonna be real close, isn't it? 300 kilometers, and I've got 0.08 to get to orbital speed. Oh man, this is like just just going to be at orbital speed when it's time to put the reverse thrust on, isn't it? I'm at orbital speed! Yay, okay, reverse thrust. And when I get to 1300 away from the waypoint, I go to reverse thrust. Since it took me 1300 kilometers to get to orbit, you know it's going to take that long to slow down. Gesundheit. Obviously the dog's behind me and she just coughed. And reverse thrust. Okay, now if I was doing this seriously, I would do the GUMPS check right now because I just committed to re-entry. So, gas. Yes, I have enough fuel for the re-entry and landing that I am planning. Undercarriage. It is up and locked. That is a good thing. MFD. Oh my gosh, I have a warning that's been suppressed. Let's quick close those barn doors. Let's also keep my altitude up at 120 until I'm down to 2 kilometers a second. And power. Yes, I am in reverse and I am at 100% thrust. I am in full re-entry. Well, I'm in full setting up for re-entry. Oh, I think I should... You'll notice I'm using the little nudge thrusters, the RCS thrusters by pressing the home key. Well, I have it mapped on my joystick so that I can actually get minus 1.5 versus 1.3 as far as G-force when slowing down. Just a little bit of extra slowing down because I always hate coming in hot. Let's stop that descent until I slow down some more. And use the side thrusters to get myself back lined up perfectly. I'm lining up the engines basically on the right-hand wingtips. If you were using the keyboard, you'd be pressing the the 9 key on the number pad, or if you had a joystick, you'd be pressing the top hat over towards the right to push you left because you're lining up the right-hand side of the ship. I do not need to be climbing anymore. Let's give that a little bit of extra slowing with the home key. Come on. Let's see, we should be going near... It's probably Sharni that we're seeing versus Jelsos. The ship's near Sharni. Okay, we're almost 2.5, which is where I'm comfortable breaking into below the Kármán line. Let's pitch the nose down. Okay. Now let's just use those up thrusters to keep myself on that 15-degree down angle as I approach. Oh yeah, I need to change to nav just because I can. I probably don't need to be using the home key. Shallowed up just a little bit.
Speed alive.
Speed alive. Come on. Shallow it up a little more. know you're full nose up because you're heavy and slowing drastically and all the bad things as far as you're concerned. But I want to get to 700 meters a second before I... There we go.
Full walk thrust.
Let's shallow it up a little bit more so that we are above to make it so we can stay faster longer. By the way, we've basically transitioned to being an airplane right now already. Once we get down to somewhere right around Mach 1.5, I'll bring the throttle in again and keep from slowing much more. Come on. That's good enough. Let's bring the throttle in until longitudinal reads as a 0. There we go. That'll be a nice glide for a while. Well, not glide, but powered descent. Come on. Well, we're basically 100 kilometers away, and not looking too shabby. Total air temperature is down to 63, so I don't have to worry about melting the wings anymore. Now the total air temperature is below the airframe temperature, if you take a look right there. So it's going to start cooling again. And we can start descending just a little bit more because we're getting close to that 15-degree down like we were before. Yes, I know I'm below the path that I really want, but I actually want to shallow up a little bit as I get closer so I can have a little bit more time to see what I'm doing once I get down. Oh, let's see, if I remember correctly, Jelsos is right around...
Passing sound barrier.
Oh, shush. right around 6 kilometers or 6.3, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I can, once it gets sub 10, I can actually fly directly to any one of these things here. They should be on one of the let's see. I'll probably fly. Oh, the aircraft, the spaceship, the E-11 is on the town hall, so we'll fly to that. But once I get to sub 10 kilometers. Come on. There are things at Jelsos. Jelso. Jelsos. 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 Okay. Come on. Actually, it looks like that's 6, if I remember correctly, and that's pretty much 5, so I'm guessing the ground is maybe 5.5. Let's start the nose up just a little bit. And fly to that nice, happy E-11 over there. Okay, we are getting set up to do my landing, so gas, undercarriage down and locked, MFD,
Down
no
and locked.
suppressed warnings,
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync
Come on,
rate.
let's raise that nose up. Let's change to AGL mode. And take that down to 400 meters. Should be plenty of room to not do anything stupid.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Oh, shut
Sync
up.
rate.
Of course, there's going to be no lights in
Wind shear,
town at
wind
all
shear,
because
wind
they're out
shear.
of fuel. Ain't that cool, huh?
Wind shear. Wind.
I can see the ground. Barely. Kilometers, huh?
Sync rate. Sync rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Nothing like
Store.
using weapons to
Pull up. Store.
see where the ground is, right?
50, 30, 10.
Okay, first things first. Visitors. Visit them. Let's sell them some fuel. 8. Sell. Select manually. Let's sell them 10 tons. 0 minus. They're not willing to buy that much. Well, okay, let's see. What are they going to be willing to buy? Let's go back to player portal. Trade. It says they're willing to buy 30,000 tons. That's stupid. 8. Sell. Select manually. 0 minus. Let's go 5,000. Eight. Sell. Select manually. 0 minus 1 ton. How about food? Do I have to sell you the food first? 3. Sell. Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to Jason because these people are stupid. That or I landed on a plot where everybody's dead. Well, I guess we'll find out what's going on and then I will talk to you guys later, okay?